Hey, what's up? It's Christopher, aka the Bronze Age Nerd, and welcome to another late night rant with Bronze Age Nerd. I'm your host, Bronze Age Nerd. Uh, hope everybody's having a good night. Let's see, we got some people in chat already. We got GT Key Comic is here, giving those thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, GT. Got figure drawing here as well. That's awesome. Thanks for coming into the show, figure. And we got Sycotron. Sycotron's excited. Yeah, everybody's excited. So that's awesome. It's been a few weeks since I've been able to do one of these one of these shows with the Bronze Age big band intro. So I'm happy to have you guys here. Got Mark Lineker in the house as well. Yeah, having a good night now. That's awesome. Yeah, it's been a rough day for the old Bronze Age nerd. As you know, that's not true. It's been a mixed day. It's been good and bad. Bad because I spent a lot of money on a car repair that I did not want to do. Good because I got to hang out with my wife for a little bit, and I got to go see Spider-Man: No Way Home for the first time finally, which was awesome. So that's really cool. I might. So yeah, I do have some stuff that I'm kind of fired up about. I don't even know where to begin, guys. Like I'm pretty frustrated with stuff. A lot of it's about Doctor Strange 2, not like the movie itself or anything. It's about comic collectors. Hey, we've got Buddy in the house too. What's up, Buddy? Thanks for popping in. So there is a super chat prizes tonight. I will unlock 3 9/8 slabs at $50 increments. So if we get to $50, I'll unlock a 9/8 slab. If we get to $100 increment, I'll unlock another one. If we get to 150, I'll unlock a third one. When we get to those $50 marks, I'll show you what they are. It's winner takes all. If there are if we don't get to 50, let's say we get to $45 or whatever, I'll still pick a random winner and I'll give away a set of free comics. Well, not free, super chat prize comics that are kind of cool. And I think people will enjoy them. They are minor keys. It's like an A-B set kind of thing, but it is a minor key. That's the deal there. I'm really, trying to sell a lot of stuff right now, trying to make some money. I got a lot going on. I hate to come across that way, but it's just true. I'm very transparent, very honest about the stuff that I have going on in my life, and that's what I have going on. So $50 will unlock a 9/8 slab, white pages, CGC. Same thing at the $100, same thing at the $150, and then winner takes all 3 slabs home. All right, Preston wanted to get in and start. We do have Preston in here as well. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, we might get there sooner than I thought. Super chats. That's what I want to write down. So, let me get a consensus in the chat here because I'm not going to talk about it first, but I will talk about it later on. Give some people a chance to enter their opinions. Are we past the point where Spider-Man: No Way Home spoilers are okay? I mean, I finally saw that theater was deserted. You let me know though, because I won't do it if people are like, hey, wait, don't do it. If anybody says that, I won't do it. Math is hard right now for some reason. And we got DC Irish coming in with a $10 super chat. I appreciate that, guys. I can't win against this guy. Oh, we got promiscuous time travelers in the house as well. So the topics that I'm going to talk about today, because people, they leave comments and they're like, hey, you're not ranting, you're yiggity yakking about comics you picked up or whatever. It's because I like to give people a chance to get in here and kind of say hi to everybody first. Kind of like spoilers. Yes, I've seen Spider-Man. Literally everyone has. I thought so too. Mark's in here with a $5 super chat as well. But I am pretty irritated about some stuff. And my pretty irritated is probably most people's pissed. Thanks for the super chats there, guys, to start us off. We are $30 away from a slab. Otherwise, I definitely will give out some stuff to the winner. It just won't be as exciting because, like I said, I'm trying to sell stuff, trying to make money. That's my own personal stuff, but whatever. So By the way, I'll have a video dropping tomorrow. That's my top 5 not to buy. If you like my previous funnier videos or whatever, if you think I'm funny, you'll love this video. I was trying to get it out this morning, but it's a lot of editing I had to do for this one, and I just couldn't quite get it done by the time I had to drive about 2 hours away to get my car back from an Infiniti dealership. That's the closest one, and that was not fun. That part wasn't fun. The rest of the day was fun. So I didn't get it out today, but it's going to come out tomorrow, and it's themed around Doctor Strange 2. And Doctor Strange 2, the trailer dropped. Obviously, I was just talking about how I was back from Spider-Man. Okay, so no one said don't spoil it. So here's the thing, and I think most everybody knows this by now. That second post credits tease, what the fuck, man? That is not. Don't put a trailer at the end of the movie. I mean, I know there was a mid-credit scene, obviously, and that's cool. But and I actually already kind of knew that was at the end of the movie, but I thought there would also be more. I thought there would be like an extra little scene or something too, to kind of either before or after that. I didn't realize that like you do the mid-credit scene, you go all the way through the movie, you get to the very end, and it's just a trailer. Like that's the coolest thing about going to see like some of the Star Wars movies that came out in the 2010s, about going to see like some of the Marvel movies, is you knew the trailer was going to drop for the next big thing, right? So like I walked into that expecting to see a Doctor Strange 2 trailer before the movie, and you're showing it to me at the very end. Like you're like, give me a one-line joke, give me a shawarma scene, give me anything. Just give me some reason to have stuck around at the end, or just fucking lights come up, and that's it. I'm fine with either of those. Don't want to miss. Figure Drawing has a $5 super chat here. My PC exploded from your Hulk rage last time. Well, I'm probably a little more irritated this time. So break out the fire extinguisher. Joe Free's here as well. Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, Cali Comics, what's up? It's so funny you say that, DC Irish, because for whatever reason, like I usually am kind of like a camel when it comes to not having to pee during a movie. I had to pee during that movie twice, and I don't know why. But it was just the end scene was just a teaser for Doctor Strange 2. The one I saw it. I think it's on YouTube or whatever. Shortly after that movie came out. You should probably watch it then. Yeah, but so Mark, the thing, somebody who's worked in the theater industry for a while, like what used to be exclusive was I can't even remember the movie now, but like you gotta watch like 10 minutes of The Dark Knight, the opening sequence or whatever, at an IMAX screening for I can't remember which movie it was. Before the movie plays. When Marvel, they're not the only they weren't the first post-credit scene, but they're the people that popularized it, right? It's now kind of in the pantheon. People hang around in credits all the time now, and that is because of Marvel, and it happened with the Fox movies too and stuff, the Fox Marvel movies, like Professor X waking up in somebody else's body in one of the X-Men movies. But waiting there, having to pee, and just seeing a fucking trailer for Doctor Strange. And now, granted, I'm in a worst case scenario because I saw the Super Bowl trailer, which is even longer. So let's get to that. Hey, what's up? How's it going, K-pop? And Christopher Auditory in the house. Yes, I totally can relate to that. Yeah, they often don't need to be seen. I agree with that too. The mid-credit scene it was interesting. I'm really curious since we're spoiler free here. We are allowing spoilers here. I am curious what they're going to do with the goo, the symbiote goo. Oh, hey, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Use an empty cup, Max Richard says. Oh man, I know, but if you do, at least take it out of the theater when you're done, please. Those poor people. It's not fun cleaning up movie theaters. So let's get to Doctor Strange 2 trailer, the Super Bowl trailer specifically. And I will talk about the theories and all that shit a little bit later because I'm just going to talk about it dropped. When it dropped, I went, I saw it actually on YouTube. I heard it was dropping like on a Discord server, went straight to YouTube and watched it. Instantly went Illuminati and said, shit, both my deals that I've had in place before for New Avengers 7 fell through. I want a copy of New Avengers number 7. And the FOMO bug hit me, guys. I gave into FOMO. I said, I bet you if there's copies cheap enough, this thing's going to go to, close to $100 or something. And I should go get it. And I found a copy for a decent price. I think, it was $30 plus shipping or something like that. And I said, screw it, I'll get this. And there was actually a couple copies that were around there, but this guy had the best, or this seller, I shouldn't say guy. This seller had the best rating. And I said, let's do it. And so I ordered it. 100% positive feedback. Not like 10,000 transactions, but like, a good amount of transactions. It wasn't like 13 or anything. And a day and a half later or something like that, he cancels and refunds my money and says it was out of stock. And I know this happens all the time. I know this is not unique to me. And people, at least one person, and I respect the person that said this, said, oh, that happens. Maybe they run a store and it got sold from the bin and they didn't realize that. I kind of understand where you're coming from, but like it's not my actual comic shop. I don't have a real LCS, but the comic shop I go to down in Vancouver is smart enough that they have a huge eBay store. They pull all their eBay books and they put them behind the counter, and you can look at them and you can buy them. But as part of the process of them selling it and ringing it up, they will go over and remove it from their eBay store at the same time they're selling it. So there's no possibility that they could sell their eBay stock. I personally, and I know it's kind of unreasonable, I guess, but I would prefer that the eBay stock be separate from the regular stock anyway. That's just my own weird personal preference about it. So the seller refunds me my money, which pisses me off, and it kind of gets me frustrated about this because, look, man, if you don't have stuff up for auction and you aren't quick enough to pull your stuff, honor the price. Otherwise, you are no better than a comic shop that is repricing at the register, probably even a little bit worse, to be honest. And it's super frustrating. Yeah, I saw that, Mark. I spilled coffee on it. I think it was just not that long ago. I saw you say that on Instagram, and my reply was something like, "That's like no better than my dog ate my homework." It's the same bullshit. I appreciate that, DC Irish. I think that's the way it should go, and it's really frustrating to me that. So whatever, this happened. I mean, I'm a big boy about it. I'm not going to cry about it or whatever. It's a problem that I'm seeing, and I've seen all along. You guys know I make this top 5, not to buy. I'm not for FOMO. I like to kind of bust that feeling, FOMO busters. I'm willing to lean into all of that, and that's how I feel about this stuff. Like, I feel that people need to be more careful. But I am, after seeing all this stuff come out after Doctor Strange 2, I am so frustrated. I'm so disappointed with the comic book community. Not as a whole, of course. There's plenty of people that are just super excited for Doctor Strange 2. That's awesome. I think we all should be. That was a really exciting trailer. we were talking about trailers. That was a good trailer. And I will talk about the trailer itself a little bit later, but it was a good trailer, right? Like, it didn't show too much, but it did give, it's kind of like the word teaser is totally misused, but it teased some things without necessarily showing everything that it needed to show. And I respect that. The way of the road, you just got to leave a piss jug. Oh my God. I got some trailer park boys up in here. But the problem is, I'm seeing every problem I've had with the comic book collecting community and like the speculation community and the people that get invested into the MCU spec and all that stuff. I'm seeing all the problems magnified so much with this movie. And I can't help but feel like it's if you're not paying attention, the market is kind of trending down in general with a lot of books right now. And if you're not paying attention to that, you should be, for one thing. But I feel like what's happening is we're getting like this desperation because for whatever reason, MCU spec drives the industry. It drives, comic collecting in a way that I think is kind of sad. Why does it matter that Rintra is in Doctor Strange 2? If you didn't like Rintra before, why do you care now? And part of it is kind of fun. Part of it is like, yeah, it's exciting, I think like the real examples of it are things like Iron Man. I think it's unfair to call Iron Man, before the MCU, before Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man, it's unfair to call him a C-list character. But he wasn't Batman. He wasn't Spider-Man. He wasn't Wolverine. He was, maybe a B-list character, if you will. A lot of people say he's like a C-list character back then. And he was popular enough to be on the Avengers. He was popular enough to be around. And I think that's kind of unfair. But when that movie came out, people were excited about Iron Man in a way they had not been excited about Iron Man. Like, no matter how popular or unpopular you think he was infinitely more popular after Iron Man came out. And that drove a lot of interest in Iron Man. And that makes sense. That's fine. People are like, hey, I want to go pick up a first appearance of Iron Man, or I want to go pick up an Iron Man #1. And that's great. That's great, because that drives attention and focus on the hobby. But this whole like desperation, or desperation is not even necessarily the right word. It's turned into that. But this whole like, oh, they're going to be on screen in the MCU, so now that character has value. Sorry, I'm kind of occasionally looking to chat here. The market's slowing down, but at the same time, it's not really a market. I'm curious what you mean by that, Promiscuous. And then I hear you. What do I know? I only read independent books. I feel you. But I'm so frustrated with what's going on here. With this trailer comes out, and it's been going on for like a year or more with Doctor Strange stuff. I feel like people are just there. Everything that could happen is going to happen. It's Rintra, Superior Iron Man, America Chavez, which turned out to be true, Rintra, which turned out to be true. But then it's, Illuminati now, and which members of the Illuminati, and Captain Carter and Deadpool. And it's like, if I look at Key Collector right now, I had this up earlier before the show because I was curious. Which, by the way, Key Collector now has a little notice at the top that says, "Thank you for utilizing the eBay links and contributing to the continued development of Key Collector comics." Now, that they used to have something that was kind of buried in their legalese, but I'm pretty sure this is kind of recently started appearing at the top. I haven't looked at Key Collector as much recently, but I don't think that used to be there. It's interesting. But okay, they're pumping up, Sidarok could be, get the first full appearance of Sidarok. Here's the reason why. In February 2022, one of the bigger channels on YouTube, Comics Explained, theorizes the fiery demon from the Doctor Strange trailer could be Sidarok. Cool. I mean, I know Comics Explained is a big channel, but really? Like, it could be a lot of things. It could be Mephisto. Weird. A lot of big channels pump that up too. And I don't blame people for having theories about this stuff, but it's like I do blame why are we latching onto it? And why are they latching onto it? So we'll latch onto it. First appearance of Maria Rambeau. First Loki, first Balder. In Jesus Christ. Fantastic Four #1. First Marvel Zombies. First Superior Iron Man. First Black Bolt. First Deadpool. First Night Nurse. X-Men 1, which makes sense, obviously. New Avengers 7, of course, that makes sense too. First appearance of Necromancer. First appearance of an evil version of Doctor Strange, that one makes sense. First appearance of Gargantos. First Peggy Carter. Brother Voodoo becomes Sorcerer Supreme. First appearance of Rentra. First appearance and origin of Johnny Blaze, based on speculation that Johnny Blaze is going to be in Doctor Strange 2. First appearance of Darkhold. I kind of see that one. First appearance of Man Thing. The fuck? Easter egg in WandaVision. Nexus events. Oh, okay. I gotta get it. Second appearance of Doctor Strange. First appearance of Scarlet Witch. That one totally makes sense. First appearance of Shuma Gorath. That makes sense. We see him in the trailer. Dormammu, sure. Brother Voodoo. Peggy Carter. Chthon. Cool. What the fuck, man? Like, and of course, if you look on YouTube and you add up all these lists, there's 50 fucking books that people are telling you to buy. And they're pumping all of them, and they're doing it for their content. They're doing it for clicks. They're doing it for affiliate links. So you buy the books. It's just like the worst version of this that I've seen. It's the worst version of it. I'm gonna kind of check in with chat here because I've been ignoring it a little bit. Sicko says the seller, something's for sale. It's not selling. A trailer drops make you want to buy it. So then because it's sold, he wants more money. Yep. Exactly is what's happening. Mark says it's definitely getting out of hand, and I was immediately thinking when I saw Doctor Strange trailer what a FOMO spec whirlwind would happen. Yep. Which is predictable now. Now he's got it for an inflated price. No one's going to buy it. He's going to go back down, and no one's going to buy it. Well, I mean, people are. He probably already sold it for more on some of their marketplace or whatever. That was PTT's comment that I read earlier. Speculation. I like that. I like that, Mark. If I borrow that, would you be offended? That's probably in my vernacular now. Comic books are a dichotomy. All the cancer from the sports card markets migrated into comics. And it's so predictable. It's so human nature. It's well, if I can make money on it, that's what every fucking person thinks. Well, if I could make money on it, I'm not better. I've thought that before, but I try to control it. Why can't people just say I'd like to see such and such? It's always got to be. It's always got to back it with comic science. I totally feeling that as soon as I saw Illuminati, I picked up the one shot and just holding. Yeah. DC like the 90s with flooding the market, too many permanent comics. Yep. I mean, I think there's some key differences between now and the 90s, but there's lessons that we learned, or there's lessons we should have learned from the 90s that are definitely applicable today. But I think this is a different type of frenzy when it comes to investing and speculation. Awesome. Right on. Good thing books I read, most people. That's one way to do it for sure. If you have unpopular tastes, you are going to do very well as far as the wallet goes. I watched one of your videos that helped me to just make a list, and now working on Clayface and Howard the Duck. Dude, that's awesome. That's really cool. I love to hear that, man. let me know how that's going too as we move along with that progress. The spec craze goes hand in hand with selling nostalgia. Both bad. Yeah, and yet we both, we all, not all, shouldn't say that either. A lot of us buy into nostalgia, and it's just how it is, like, and I mean, I love buying into nostalgia too. Um, Variants are like inserts and parallels. Yeah, thanks for the dank memes. Share some dank memes. Love it. He made it very clear on his channel. The only reason that I'm selling my collection is so that I can fund making your own comic. That's really cool. Yeah, the only reason I sell is to support my family, is the main one, and then the second one is to buy comics that I have kind of always wanted to own, and just feel like I'd rather have kind of the less is more philosophy. And it meant buying a lot of comics. I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy these and speculate on them, and then I want to buy some comics, like some more expensive comics. But making your own comics is obviously a worthy goal too. Razor Rod's in here with a $20 super chat. Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Thank you very much. And I know several people in here were in my whatnot. So that's really awesome. I appreciate that. I got all the items all bundled up here. I had to go do the car thing today when it was out of town. So everything should go to the post office tomorrow, is my goal here. That was 20, right? So you are 36, 355. Okay. So first slab is a 9.8 First Robin King. 9.8 CGC white pages. So that is the first prize we've unlocked. I'm trying to get the glare off there. But that's your first 9.8 slab. Full appearance. And I've got, see if I can do this stealthy. I've got two more here. Both 9.8s. So thanks for the super chats there, guys. Got Mark in here as well. We need to try to get back to collecting basics, story, artists, even great covers, things that won't be buffed up. Yes, dude. Yes. It's really fascinating. I'm having a hard time remembering his name right now. Is it Ultra Maximus? Ultra Maximus from the Tales from the Flip Side crew. I feel like I'm saying that wrong for some reason. I know it's like probably a Transformers based thing. He likes Transformers. He said this really, it was him and one of the other guys. I can't remember who now. They were both talking about, because I was a comic collector back in the 90s, but like on a lower level. And definitely not like in the 80s much. Like, comics were given to me. I read comics, I enjoyed them, but I wasn't like really out there going to stores and collecting comics until the very early 90s, like 1990. And they were talking about how comics used to be collected back then, like how they would be organized in stores. Like first appearances were still a big deal, but artists were also a big deal, right? Like, and you see some of that, like people do, first time that an artist is on a cover or whatever, right? But talking about that more, I think that's a fascinating way to collect comic books in kind of a more, it was like a big deal if Jim Lee was going on to X-Men, or if whoever was going on to what title. Like that was more of a big key for people at the time. And I think that's fascinating. Like I said, I was collecting comics back then, but not on the same level. Like I wasn't going to different towns and going into comic book shops very often. If I did, I was mostly just collecting G.I. Joe. So it was very laser focused and not really like paying attention to stuff. And I wasn't until a little bit later on when I was kind of more of your traditional comic collector that I am today or whatever. Nice. Parker says collector over 40 years. If you want to make money on comics, buy high grade Spider-Man raw books, 129. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Any like silver Spidey is good stuff. I sell because I love Venom. When I started collecting, I couldn't find any Venom. So now Baxter. Yeah, 100%, man. That's kind of that whole philosophy I talked about with have a collection goal. Um, Figure out how to achieve your goals by being focused on what your goals are. There are things that I'd rather keep, but then again, it's easy to turn and burn to get the books I want. Yeah, and I was just thinking about that. Like, I was thinking about like a character like Titania, Titania coming to She-Hulk, right? And I was thinking about that. I'm like, because I think I sold one copy. I think I have one copy left of that book, her first appearance in Secret Wars 3. And I don't know why she popped in my head, but I was thinking about like, characters that are definitely coming, they're definitely going to spike, how much more room they have to grow. I was kind of thinking about that. And I was like, once she's done in that like type, she's not going to be a huge character. Kind of little pun there. But she's not going to be the next, Spider Woman or something. She's not going to be a character that's going to be around for probably tons of projects. Maybe she'll appear in some other stuff. She's probably going to be a one and done. So if you really, if you had that book, and I'm thinking about it, like, why wouldn't I just sell it at the right time, as a build up to the show or the trailer drops or whatever, and then wait a year or two and buy it back? Like, what are the odds that character is going to go up in value ever again, or stay? It's probably going to drop, and it's probably going to stay down. I can't imagine. It's just the cycles of this stuff, man. Oh, that'd be cool. I need to check out some of the art. Apparently, I've been so bad about watching their channels. My LCS has even called me to see if I would give someone an old Venom copy because he missed one. Oh, that's cool, man. I like that. Yeah, that's cool. But it's already, kind of falling off people's radar too because of the cycle of spec. All I do is color. Coloring is art. Yeah, there you go. That's awesome too, by the way. So I'm just frustrated. I'm frustrated with this cycle that we're in right now. I want to stop, and it's part. I mean, it's part of the reason I started making these videos where I talk about like FOMO busting and stuff in the first place, is trying to get people like, I don't want to change. I don't want to change how people think. I do want people to think for themselves. I want people to stop being lemmings when it comes to spec or following stuff. Stop living in an information bubble, and I'll pick on Key Collector. And I use Key Collector. I think there's great uses for it. But if you're just opening up Key Collector on your phone and seeing the hot alerts whenever they come through, and you're like, I'm going to buy that, you are going to go broke. Or, you're maybe you don't spend all your money on it, but you're going to have a bad time. It's no secret. And so you should know this, if you don't already, that's when you sell the comic books, generally speaking, not when you buy them. And but they get stuck in these little information bubbles. And what you have as a result of that are things like, oh shit, this comic book is hot, and this guy just bought it after the trailer dropped. I'm going to cancel it, say I'm out of stock, and sell it, somewhere else or whatever, so I don't hurt my eBay reputation. And or I'm going to pull back on a sale or change the price. It's really annoying. And it's not just annoying because it's like, oh, because I missed out on that or whatever. It's annoying because it's just the greed, and it's the symptom of everything that is going wrong when it comes to comic collecting. There's a lot of good things in comic collecting right now. I don't want to be all negative about it, but there is also some things that I think we need to try to address within ourselves more than anything else. Because if it's like the system is all there, it's all ready to go. We can use it. It can be healthy and fun and engaging for all of us if we all exercise some responsibility and we treat it accordingly. I mean, but we all are greedy and selfish and get FOMO, and yeah. Um, I had to leave an ultra stream weeks ago when he. Oh, don't read my comment though. Oh yeah, I mean that I just ignore everybody when they start talking politically about anything on YouTube. Like it's not where I'm coming for that stuff. Personally, but I understand. I understand what you're saying. But I just thought it was interesting. It was I think it may have been the show before I hopped in, maybe on Drunken Chat. I don't know. I'm not sure actually. I think I was watching them and doing some editing on the side or something one week, and then the next week is when I went in the show. Anyone else's LCS? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I'm aware of a lot of problems for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a weird thing because I don't want to be. I don't want it to be about me, but I want to help people, and part of the way you do that is to kind of sell yourself. And I hate selling myself, for the record. But that's how you get the message out, right? Buy what you love or what grabs your attention. Yeah. Yeah. But the problem is K-pop, and I hate to be the cynic here. The problem is I love to buy comics for speculation. One of my favorite feelings in the entire hobby, besides reading some awesome new story or acquiring a grail, is being in an LCS or an antique store or whatever, and flip shit, flip, this sucks, this is terrible, dollar bin, 25-cent book. Oh man, this is a $30-$40 book listed for $1, listed for a quarter or whatever, or more. That feeling is awesome. I love that feeling. Now I would be 100 times happier if I pulled out, an X-Men 1 or something. Not because it's worth more, but because that is my grail. I wish every time that happened, it was the book I wanted. But what happens is it's usually a book I don't want. And in a utopian society, I guess, or whatever, I would leave it there for the next person, right? But you know, I grab it and I sell it, and I hopefully get it to somebody at a fair price that wants it for their collection. I also take care of the book instead of leaving it in a poly bag only. I actually put it in a good bag board and ship it to them carefully and all that stuff. But that's the wrinkle in the collect what you love part, is what do you love to collect? There's different ways to look at it. Parker, smart collectors buy books that are like dividend stocks. FF48 will be a great investment after the Galactus and Surfer appear in the movie. Get rid of Titanium. Yeah, exactly. The myth of, oh yeah, is that kind of, I mean, I'm using it colloquially, but I actually don't know much about them for real. The game though. Um yeah, paper problems, distribution problems. Oh man, I feel like I'm on a different channel for a second. um so I want to know, what is an air spider? We talked about, like, because I said air speeder. Is air spider like Spider-Man in the air? Is air spider like a paintball gun? What is it? Um oh yeah. Yeah, key clicker has become less reliable for me. Their prices, that to me, how do I want to say this? Because so you just sparked me on that. So the price thing, I've been seeing a lot of people talk about this recently, and I think about it like, let's see, what's a book? What's a book? I'm totally just pulling up Key Collector again. I haven't done this experiment. Let's look at Exiles 3. They list the high price for Exiles 3 at $30. Sorry, that's not super focused, but that does say $30. And trending down. I'm going to click on that I'm gonna I'm gonna click on their eBay link, and I'm not gonna buy anything. Please don't, or do whatever you want. I don't want to tell you what to do, but I encourage you not to. I'm clicking at sold listings on eBay, and the last raw recent sale, $50, $50. I'm just looking at the A cover. I'm just looking at raw, $65, $70, $59. Okay, so here's my theory on that. Where Key Collector makes their bread and butter is what I was just talked about. You click on the eBay link, you go to eBay, you buy the book, they make some money. So if they list a lower price, let's say they list $30, and you go there and you see listings for 40 or 50, you're going, oh no, the book's going up. I'd better get on this book before it continues to go up, is one way to look at it. Another way to look at it, the kind of never assume malice when incompetence is equally plausible kind of idea, is, well, they're just behind on the price collecting that they're getting from their eBay scraping or whatever that they're doing for those prices. That's possible too. It could be a combination of both, but there's an overwhelming trend where their prices tend to be lower on the high, books that are on their lists than what you're seeing in live sales, which I think is interesting. I never even finished reading your comment, Louis. So the prices are never up to date. It's only helpful when it comes to figuring out. Yeah, that's all I use it for. The first appearances, that kind of stuff. That's what I use it for, because I'm sticking through it. I'm like, yeah, there's a couple issues in this that I remember were kind of important. I can't remember what they are. Like, I don't have encyclopedic knowledge. That's the best part of the app. Hey, good night, Preston. You're probably long gone, but that's awesome. Yeah, it's true. It's my weakness. I'm not good at it. Yeah, there we go. That's metal. Bargain hunting is great. Buddy says, this is why as a comic book family, we stay informed as a group to get better direction and have fun. Yeah, that's a good point. And thanks for the super chat again, buddy. That's a good point. I guess that's kind of what I'm looking at when it comes to this stuff. Like trying to, I'm not gonna like, say that I'm building the community, but I'm trying to help build a community that is aware of that is conscious of that, trying to gather people around that are capable of making those decisions and kind of talking people off the ledge, if that makes sense. LCS is so behind pulling out weeklies. By the time they put them out, they are damaged from Diamond. Yeah, or they can't return them if they're that late, maybe sometimes. Yep. Yeah, man. Like, it sounds weird, but I think most of you probably get this. Most real comic collectors get this. There's nothing worse than seeing a comic and you just see that like the ones that are just in, this is a CGC bag, bad example, but I have it handy. They're just in a poly bag, right? And so they're floppy still because there's no board in there. And people have been bending them over just like they did on the newsstand back in the day. And you just see where it's just like trashed. I don't care. To somebody out there, almost every comic book matters except for Turok one. I'm just kidding. There's probably somebody who does matter. That probably does matter to them. And so I don't care what it is. It's nice to get that. I mean, I don't buy every comic just to do that, but ones I know have value. Why not? Fuck off. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, are you gonna teach me some shit about spiders? I know they can go pretty far. Buy what you love, but remember that people can love specking. They have no other interest. But if fasted with a book you love, a book you might be able to sell. I think I understand what you're saying, Sicko, but I may not 100% parse all of that. But yeah, there's definitely more to it, is kind of the point. Jesus. Weird notification. Bronzopoulos, you just described the releasing endorphins feeling I get every time I snag a book that goes up in value. Then I get crashing feeling. Yeah, and well, that's part of it too. There's lots of people. I talked about this in a couple of videos. There's lots of people that they buy these books and they just hold them, but they bought them for that kind of endorphin rush and also to sell them, and then they just never sell them. I think it was part of the lies collectors tell themselves video, I think. No, I'm good. I'm fine. No, I'm not gonna look that up. You guys all know about my thing with spiders. Eagle Eyes in here. What's up, Eagle Eyes? They said they put the prices 15% or more lower. Not sure why, but maybe they don't want a price guide. Well, yeah. So I've heard Nick say that. Yeah, they say that because they don't want to be a price guide. I think my theory is a little more interesting. Oh yeah. So I mean, I'm interested in GPA analysis. I use cover price because we did that vote on a poll on my channel, and that's what people liked or recommended. And I wanted to use the thing that most people were going for, but I've heard really good things about GPA analysis. Yeah, like just Louis just said right there, cover price is my go-to. But I would, just to be clear, I would never use Key Collector to price books. The only time I do list their prices or reference their prices are in my top 5 not to buys when I'm talking about Key Collector's entry, because I'm keeping it to their price based on what they're saying. It's kind of a weird little thing I do, I guess, but that's just how I view it. Army Vet's in the house. Army Vet says, great point on the prices. I can't remember the prices being anywhere close to actual. I do like the, yeah, exactly. I like that for certain things. It's the weird thing with them. It's like, I have stores that I don't like to spend money at, but sometimes they have cool shit. And you're kind of like, I want to vote with my dollar, but you do have this. It's kind of like that weird thing that we deal with as consumers, or some of us do at least. Yep. Oh my God, we got Swaggle House is in the house. Welcome to the show, man. Happy new comic book day to you too. Oh, you know what? Speaking of which, in honor of that, I should show off my comic picks that I did get for this week. Kind of a lighter week, but some interesting stuff. First one, thanks for reminding me, Swaggle. This John Tyler Christopher Boba Fett. This was the second print, which is really weird because they came out at the same time. I wanted the holiday, but I couldn't get my hands on it, so picked up that one, which is awesome. Got my copy. I know this is kind of like dead spec or whatever, but I just like the cover. I like Grogu. I got that Star Wars Insider Momoko magazine too, back when it came out. I'm a fan of the Mando, and it's kind of a Mando themed week, except for this book. I picked up Captain Marvel 29. I would say this is in like a VF condition, probably. So a whole world of spec kind of got into this whole Uranus thing, Thanos' father. And it's interesting. I had kind of this thing about this where I'm like, why Eternals 10 and that Eternals, the new spinoff, I can't remember the name of it right now. They're all going crazy. But this is his first appearance. I had a digital version of this comic book. I went through and read it, and I was like, yeah, he's in a couple panels. I mean, you could still call that a cameo. I get that. So I picked up this, and then I picked up 2 copies of What If. Oh, I think it's 14. This is his first full appearance in the backup story. And it's the Eternal story is an actual story, too. It's not the What If universe story. It's kind of like a backup story that they did for a while with the Eternals. So I got this because it was a decent condition and decent price. So I said sure, and then I picked up 2 copies of the What If, which is was it What If Spider-Man rescued Gwen Stacy? I think is the A story on that one. Have a good night, buddy. And spiders, the process known as ballooning allows the arachnids to use strands of silk to float up to 3 miles above the Earth's surface and 1,000 miles out to sea. Oh my God. Oh, thanks for that. What is the best way to determine a good price of a book out in the wild, like at a con or a show? Well, so if you're using Key Collector and you're saying like, hey, I want an alternative to Key Collector, if that's kind of the tack you're taking, what I would do is click on the eBay link from that Key Collector entry that you found, and then sort by sold listings. Look at the most recent 5 or so sold listings. Now, the problem is if you're looking at a raw comic book, which is often the case, and I would never ever do this through Key Collector to check prices and all that stuff for slabs. I would go to like Cover Price or something like that, or GPA Analysis or Go Collect or whatever. Any of the services you kind of trust that are big out there, the price guides. But I think the eBay sold listings they're great, and that's kind of like a tap tap tap, and then you're there, or just pull up the eBay app and type in the title of what you're looking for and search by sold listings that way. eBay sold listings they're not perfect because it doesn't capture every sale. What about at cons? What about Instagram? So it's not perfect. There's definitely, Whatnot, OfferUp, all kinds of places that comic books are sold. So it's not perfect, but it is a really good baseline to see some real world sales where people had chances to bid on the items or at least buy it now. And I think especially with the bidding, eBay being such a huge marketplace, I think you're getting a really good sample of data if you're using eBay sold listings. Dear God, these electric fields, what? That's how you become the air spider. You got to get bit by a ballooning spider. GPA is good, but it's locking in extra features, but it's best place to find a recently sold grade price. Okay, that's cool. Got Johnny 5 Alive in the house too. Hey, what's up? How's it going? You changed your name on here and it always throws me off. But hello from the land of the rising sun. How's everything going in Japan these days? So basically my rant about this Doctor Strange 2 spec is mostly about just how all the problems that I thought were going on with comic books and spec, which, I accept most of it as just the way it is. It's baked into collecting, it's baked into hobbies, especially when people realize there's money in it. And I try to accept that, but I do want to try to kind of get that message out there that you don't have to own every big hot book that comes up on an app. And I say Key Collector a lot, but there's other places that people turn to for this stuff. Instagram, your Instagram social media feed, when people are posting, oh, this book's hot, I just pulled 2 out of my long boxes. That's a way that really generates FOMO in people. And I think that's important. I think that's something that people need to realize is that happens with all kinds of lifestyle inflation or whatever you want to call it, when people are comparing their lifestyle to somebody else's through social media. You see like somebody, and I worry about it too. Like if I post something like, I just picked up this book and I know it's hot right now or whatever, I try to avoid that because I kind of in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, people might think that they need to go buy it too. And I don't want people to think that. So that's another thing. I just love your positivity, man. Every single time you come in. Cover Price or Go Collect used much by people. Yeah, I'd say so. At least in the poll I took, it seemed like it was like 70% of respondents said Cover Price. Go Collect has a following. I would say GPA Analysis probably has an edge on Go Collect from what I've seen. Hey, what's up, dude? Awesome. Yeah, I've had a couple Whatnot sales now. How have yours been going? I just had my second one. Sorry to drop the pen on you guys. I just had my second one. Was that yesterday? Tuesday? Yeah, that was yesterday. Days are mixed up already. That went really awesome. Had a lot of fun people in there. Like Eagle Eyes over here was in my Whatnot sale, and I really appreciate that. I am going to start doing those weekly. Really need to like thin out the collection. It's getting too big. And like I was mentioning earlier, it's a good way to pay for car repairs, which is prominent in my life right now. And also to, pick up older books that I'm more interested in, Bronze Age stuff, Silver Age stuff. which a lot of my stuff, just by virtue of the fact that I sold most of my collection a few years ago, is newer. So, but I hope your sales are going well as well. You can't have all the cool things; they just make more. That's a good point, Sicko. I like that. Eagle Eyes uses Go Collect every day, but it can be behind on updating. Yes, they are. There's like a 30-day trailing average or something like that. Back when they had everything available to everybody, that's what I noticed. Oh, awesome. Slow going, but went very well. Okay, cool. Not that it's slow going. I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad you think it went very well. Well, yeah, I'm still, Swaggle House is in here. Swaggle House, fantastic channel. I watch Swaggle House. I really appreciate a lot of his takes on things. I like his presentation too. He's like what 5 times larger than me. It's like the episode 1. God, I can't believe I'm quoting episode 1. It's like episode 1. There's always a bigger fish. And you got to start somewhere. And I struggled for a long time to try to grow my channel because I don't do things like I don't ask people to like and subscribe. I don't want to self promote myself. I just wanted people to, I wanted to put the content out there and leave it up to them whether or not they wanted to come here. And amazingly enough, like over 2,500 of you crazy bastards have decided to take that plunge with me, and I really appreciate that. Not because I enjoy having a big channel, but I enjoy the fact that people care enough that what I'm doing. Because when I started this channel, I mostly started it to kind of have that double-sided effect of having a social outreach during the whole pandemic and having a way to like talk to people, even if I was just talking at them or kind of sharing my opinions. But then I was getting comments in the videos. I was like, yes, people, I can talk to people again. Because it was very isolating during the beginning of the whole COVID thing for me. And then the second part of that was I wanted to learn all these new skills because I'd always been interested in like audio. I'd always been interested in video, and I still have a long way to go with that. But every video I make, I try to improve on something. I try to make it better. I try to, get that editing a little bit better. I try to get that sound a little bit better. I try to do a better job on the titles, or I try to do a better job on the prep work for the video or the presentation that I'm trying to deliver. And if you keep at it, and the same thing, my point is the same thing applies to Whatnot. If you, I'm just because this is the recipe for success is you just keep practicing and you keep that repetition, and people will come to that if you listen to them and try to improve on things. Stop using Go Collect because the pricing is it can definitely lag. Oh man, that's a huge compliment. I've always liked your setup too, because I like your background is very clean too, so I really like that. Hey, we got Michael Hinton in the house. Michael Hinton is Hoodwood Comics over on Instagram, and I was just talking to him actually. Something's gonna be coming my way. Talk about a FOMO buy. I made a FOMO buy from him, but he kind of had been kind of messaging with me, and we came up with a great deal on something, and I'll show off a really cool package from him here pretty soon. And by then you guys will probably all be laughing at me because pretty sure that book's going to be dead spec by then, but I still thought it was cool. I actually really think it's a neat book, and let's just say it might involve some Tom Cruise speculation. You got to start somewhere. Exactly. You like seeing what Bronze buys because it's actually different. Check out my new picks. Bronze buys what 8-ball Dan Klaus not, but you see what I mean. I don't know what 8-ball Dan Klaus is, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Is that a Canadian thing? Swaghouse in the house, exactly. Yeah, so definitely, if you're not familiar with Swaghouse, definitely go watch his videos. I'd give you a ringing endorsement on that. Encourages to focus on our loves instead of getting what we were told to buy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that part I definitely agree with. So the other thing, talking about lighting, actually, this kind of reminded me of another weird thing. This is so frustrating to me. This is my late night stream. I kind of keep it dark on purpose or whatever, but it actually shows off even more. I'm getting so tired of the comments about my glasses and the purple eyeshadow, because it's the blue tint, blue light filter in my glasses and my light that do that. And it's, I know there are ways to like probably side light me too, but it's very difficult where I'm at, my little setup here in my dining room, to do that. And I know some people I know it's kind of become a joke, and some people are kidding about it. And if I wore purple eyeshadow, I wouldn't have a problem with this, but I don't. And it's just like no matter what I do, like I have to kind of do that basically to get it to go away. Like that's not a. This is like your elderly father looking over his glasses at you. Look, that's not very exciting. um, 8-ball was most anything I could think of. I don't know, man. I guess I don't get the reference. You love the don't buy videos. Yeah, those are really fun. Like I said, a really fun one coming out tomorrow. It's the one I've taken the most time like filming and editing, and it does have if you guys enjoyed my funnier videos like that, hopefully you enjoy this one. I know my wife was cracking up hearing me edit it. Oh yeah, dude. Well, I would way rather have this be the Power Cosmic or like a Mjolnir crackle coming from my eyes or something. That would be or Kirby crackles or whatever. That would be great. That's awesome, dude. Very noticeable to me. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. I guess it's just weird for me because my last glasses didn't have the blue light filter, and I upgraded my light at one point from using 2 small LED panels that were like this big, and I kind of had them offset. They were very, it was. I spent $100 to start my channel, in equipment, and I've been upgrading. Like I got a better mic, and I got a better light, and for whatever reason, ever since I switched over to the light, and it's not any other light does this if it's bright enough. It's just there you go. And maybe it's just one of those things. It's not really not like a really rant. What is funny video? Is this like a Drax thing? Like, what is funny video? Why is funny video? How is funny video? 8-ball, man. I guess I just don't know 8-ball. All right. I gotta look up 8-ball. Send me a link, sicko. I know you got my back as far as explaining stuff to me. So guys, we're probably gonna wrap up the show here pretty soon. Been going for about an hour. We are at $70 in super chats. If we get up to $100, you want to see the second slab that you'll win because you're already winning. Well, one person is already gonna get a 9.8 Legends of the Dark Knight. It does matter. That's actually, it's funny you say that, Figure Drunk. That is why I changed it to the purple color. I mean, purple and blue have kind of always been in my logo, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lean into this. So it's blue light, purple. Okay, if we get to 100, that's the second slab. Jen Bartel, Women's History Month, Spider-Woman number 10. Part of Women's History Month variant cover, Spider-Woman number 10. Fantastic Jen Bartel cover. So if we get up to 100, both are yours. If we get up to 150, I'll throw in that third slab, which is an exclusive variant 9.8 slab. $30. It's a lot to ask of anybody to do that. So I'm going to give it about a minute. If anybody does want to get in on the super chats, this you will have a chance to win this. So, and I will throw in, if we just do the one slab, I'll throw in, it's Catwoman 39, the A and B cover. And that's the first appearance of Valmont. It's also Catwoman as a stripper, which is cool. That's fun. But I have the A cover, which is, I think, DeCall. I think it's DeCall. And the B cover is Frizen. So I have those. I don't have them with me, but they'll get thrown in there as well. So that's your super chat chance. Yeah, expected more of a rant. It's because I'm so just disappointed. It's like the whole, like the stereotypical, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I think that's kind of what it turned into more. Plus, I got tempered. So all my bad rant stuff from yesterday I was feeling very, very angry. I had to go spend a bunch of money to fix my car. I'm still gonna have to spend some more money to do it, and that didn't help. But I had Hoodwood Comics, Michael Hinton helped me out on a deal that kind of made up for things a little bit. And also, I gotta go have a date with my wife. I gotta go eat sushi. We went to a conveyor belt place, but it's still good. It's a place we used to go to when we used to live in Portland, and so kind of just like nostalgia food. And then we got to go see Spider Man, and I hadn't seen Spider Man yet, and I haven't had a date out with my wife in a long time. So that put me in a better mood. Then I had to drive home, which kind of sucked. But yeah, I lost some of the fire probably that I was going to bring to the rant. Sorry if you came for that. I'm sorry. Holy shit. Whoa. Okay. Army vet wants another slab in there, and he just seriously increased his odds. That is fantastic. Thank you, Army vet. Okay, guys. So now both these slabs are unlocked. If we get to 150, I'll show you. It's the Venom 29 null cover. Oh, come on. So those are the 398 slabs you can win if we get to 150. Wow, thanks, Army Vet. I really appreciate it, man. That is very generous of you. So there's where we're at. Good luck, dudes. Absolutely. Very dope. Very dope. Yeah, I guess it's mostly just that I'm tired. So sorry if I'm coming across. You could literally double your slabs. Or don't have to do math. 2.5 times your slabs. Is that how math works? Slabbing comics. Yeah, so interesting. I'm always interested in collectors that maybe not despise slabbing, but just they don't get it or they're not into it. I think that's interesting. So when I got back into comics, I totally what? I'm Shatter. Talking about the cannabis? What are you talking about, Shatter? Totally latched on the idea of slabbing because what happens, I sold most of my collection about 4 years ago now. And definitely fell on the idea of slabbing because I had these personal books from my childhood, like my G.I. Joe 1, that kind of stuff. And I said, I need to slab these because someday they're going to be my daughters. And that was part of the reason I was selling most of my collection, was to make room and make some money for my daughter. And then I was like, okay, well, I have G.I. Joe 1, I have the first Gambit, I have a lot of X-Men keys. And I was like, I think that some of these definitely need to get slabbed. And just kind of fell in with the idea then. And I like it. I enjoy raw comic books too. I absolutely do. Like when this thing came in, digging through this was a lot of fun because I had just read it digitally when I was like kind of reacquainting myself with this issue. I had just read it digitally, and I love reading digital comics. That's fine to me because I can binge read very easily. I can do it when I'm drinking a cup of coffee and not worry about getting coffee on the comic book. Right. We talked about that earlier, Mark. But nothing beats physical, even though I do enjoy both. So absolutely. That is still fun. Someday they'll be my kids, but yeah. Well, the way I look at it, when it comes to passing things down, boy, take care. Get a will, sell off all your crap that that your kids don't want to deal with. Otherwise, it's just a bunch of junk. It's not fair to them. If you want an easy FOMO solution, open up a mid-90s Wizard magazine and look at their top 10 to buy list. Spoiler, they're almost all dollar books. That's really funny. Yeah, that's true. Don't even be brought them just next on the stream. Well, all right. So we're gonna go for a random number generator. That's funny. I like the Wizard comic. Man, I wish I'd kept all my Wizard magazines. I got rid of most of them. Okay, random number generator. So, last chance in case somebody did hop in here. We got 32 people in here now. Got the first Robin King 9.8 white pages. Got the Jen Bartel Spider Woman number 10 Women's History Month cover, which literally I pulled off my slab wall. Wait. DC says what? What's the pot up to? Oh, it's up to 100. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Well, and that's the funny thing too, is they don't, they probably are, I think it's probably good for like 10 years of preservation or something like that. Because they say 5, and then they said, we think the paper lasts longer, the moisture absorbing paper, the acid absorbing paper they put in. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know why we're waiting either. If it's because he wants to donate more money to the show. Holy shit, dude. What? I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad we waited. Dude, DC, thank you, man. You guys. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Okay, so thanks to DC Irish's generosity, that is now it's this. So what this is it's Venom 29. It's the Comics Elite Sketch Edition. It's a connecting cover. It connects to the Eddie Brock cover that would go on the other side, and I can never pronounce this artist's name. Valerio Giordano. I'm sorry, I will butcher it every single time. Italian is very hard for me. I'm 90% sure that's Italian. But that is a sweet null cover. Comics Elite cover there. So you got that in 9.8. That's one of the slabs you can win. Army Vet and DC Irish have amazing odds of winning this now. Spider Woman, Jen Bartel, Women's History Month. And Legends of the Dark Knight, First Robin King. So 3 slabs. If you guys want in on that, give it a minute now that we have a hit shoot super chat. If you want to get in on the prize pool there, go ahead. People are not playing around tonight. That's 100% true. I still can't believe that. I'm pretty floored by that, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it sounds like, kind of a rough day for some people. I definitely had kind of a rough day too, but good luck to whoever wins this one. I am going to give it about a minute because people might want to get in now that there's all 3 slabs are unlocked. But I won't make you guys wait too long. So what else I got coming up? I'm probably going to do. Okay, so while we're waiting for seeing if there's any other super chats here, what do you think for Whatnot sales? I know some of you don't care about Whatnot, and that's totally fine. I kind of going back and forth on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They were both about the same for me. So Tuesdays, I do it about 3 p.m. Pacific time or 6 p.m. Eastern, would start the show, go for about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how things are going. Or Thursdays, same time on Thursdays. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah, she probably does. Oh, that reminds me, Rebel Base Outpost on Instagram. I got this stuff from him a while ago, and I'm kind of working on sorting it into all my stuff. He sent me a bunch of G.I. Joe cards from the G.I. Joe trading card series, which is really cool. I actually have a complete set, but it was just funny to see a bunch of trading cards in the, maybe a pack's worth or something. Damn. That's awesome. I have a decent amount of wizard cards somewhere. I think they're mixed in with my baseball cards. Then a bunch of posters too. That's a good point, Sicko. I like that. And plus, if you do it on Thursday, there's a weird thing with shipping, because if I can't get it all done in one night, then it doesn't go out, because I can't ship out on Saturdays. My post office won't accept parcels, and I don't have no post person comes here to get my mail. No mail person. Because I live in a rural area that is not serviced by the post office. So I have to go to the post office. I can't do it on Saturdays. So I have to wait till Monday if I don't get everything in on Friday, which is pretty quick turnaround if I do the auction like ending on kind of Thursday night. So Tuesdays is actually pretty good for me. Thursday is closer to payday. See, Irish, that's a good point. Hell yeah. Oh my God. See, K-pop, most people keep porn under their bed. What are you doing? One of my favorite wizards, and I think K-pop will appreciate this reference, is the Ballant Catwoman one. There's a Ballant Catwoman cover. It's really good. Okay, so it kind of seems like everybody's done on those super chats. I don't want to extend this too long. People want to see if they won. I will check one more time before I run it. Don't worry. Share. Chrome tab. Random number generator. Here's why my ultra wide monitor makes this look really funky. Real fast, Sicko. There's no difference between halfbacks and fullbacks for the pH balance thing. As far as I'm aware, they're the same. As far as they're both double. Like most regular comic boards, one side has an alkali layer of junk on it, like a coating, and that's for reducing the acid, like neutralizing the acid that's leached from the paper over time of the comic book, the ink of the paper, basically. And one side's like the smooth side, which has that coating on it. The other side is just the board. On fullbacks and halfbacks, they're made from a material that's alkaline, I believe. So it doesn't matter which way you put them. And yeah, that's as I understand it, that's the way it goes. Razor Rod's in here for a $5 super chat. Let's get him involved. Oh, I did not see the Logan Paul. Oh, was it Pokemon cards? Maybe I did hear about that. I don't really know. I don't really know who Logan Paul is. I mean, I know the name. I've seen the name for sure. Razor Rod's in here for the $5 super chat. See, it's a good thing we waited. Okay. Even at the eldest. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna call that so we can run this for everybody. Let me just update the number here. Okay, so if you guys aren't familiar with my super chat giveaways, oh, he spent $1 million on an unopened case of Pokemon, and it was oh man. Okay, but so here's the thing. Did he? Or did he set it up because he knew it'd get attention? Gotta wonder. That's the way my mind works. Oh, that's freaking hilarious, though. Dude, I wonder what's the most valuable G.I. Joe card? And why is it only worth 5 cents? Oh man, I love those G.I. Joe cards. I love all the Marvel cards too. They're my favorite. But okay. Oh man. Really interesting. I'm not as oh wow. So I know you know much more about this stuff. Did they verify did they like verify they were sealed Pokemon cards and then he opened them, or did they verify the purchase or whatever? Interesting. I'll probably get the answer after we draw this here. Okay, so I'm gonna do the drawing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit generate 3 times. I have everybody's dollar amounts written down here. So yeah, if you don't know how this works, I've done it every one of my live shows, so I don't think I'll explain it this time, but that's how it should work, man. Okay, so I'm gonna hit because I consider the Bronze Age to be the third age of comics. Some people count the Platinum Age, but whatever. They're a bunch of losers. I'm just kidding. I do it 3 times because I like the number 3. So we'll do it 3 times. 1. That did not click. 1, 2, 3, 17. Oh my gosh, it's 17, guys. It's a low number from some of the huge super chats. So it paid to get in early on this one. So 17. Oh, I should stop sharing my screen so you can actually see what I'm doing here. 17 is Mark. Try to get some light on that. Mark, you are the winner. That's not me. You're kind of close though. You were 2 off. 2 off. Oh wow. Yeah, I guess if you're on the East Coast, it is the date, isn't it? That was a crazy wild ride. DC for kicking us over the edge there. Whatever the next time I send something out is, that Catwoman that I talked about earlier, I'll send that to you, Betty. Since we did unlock all 3 slabs, so that's the prize. I'll send that little Catwoman Raw set over your way, dude. This Mark right here. Nope, this one. No, it's you, Mark. It's you. Logan Paul boxer. So does he do boxing or does he do MMA fighting? Oh man, I'm so confused. The whole stream could just be people explain stuff to the guy who doesn't follow social trends. That's a shitty title. We'd have to we'll workshop it. Well, I eventually I'll send something your way, so I'm doing it anyway, man. Maybe not really YouTuber. Oh, we got Decor in here. That's awesome, man. Well, anyways, Mark, I'm really excited for your win here. I'll get these shipped out. I gotta get the whatnot stuff out, so it'll probably go out like Monday at the latest. I gotta send. Craig finally got me his address. I gotta send his stuff off too. Craig 69, who's never here. That's a joke. I'm not making fun of him because he's not here. Even when he's here, he says he's not here. So I'll send off these, and those probably Monday, worst case scenario. So Mark, I have your address through whatnot, but I don't know if I can still get to it. Send me your address through IG just to make sure I don't have any kind of problems sending this over to you. Okay. It'll go through USPS in some slab shippers. Wait a minute, really? What's his energy drink? Because clearly you're a big Logan Paul fan. That's what I took away from this. Okay, cool, man. I'm literally hanging on to figure out what the name of this energy drink is. I'm always a sucker for trying new energy drinks. I don't drink a ton of them. And I generally always go back to Rockstar Punched Zero Sugar. It's funny. Sponsored by Amazon. Apparently I touched a nerve. Just kidding, man. That's awesome. The Low Gang? Jeez, man, I don't know any of this shit. Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, anyways, thanks for joining me for this show, everybody. And do check out that new video I'll have dropping tomorrow. I'm going to finish editing it up tonight or making the thumbnail and everything for it tonight. And I'll get that out to you guys. I'm really curious what you guys think about that one. A couple reminders just before I close the show. If you want to join my Discord, I love having conversations with people in my Discord. I got the link in the description below. You can go head over there. We share booty covers. We talk about pickups. We try to help each other find comic books we're looking for. Talk about, what's going on. Talk about videos I have coming up. All that kind of stuff. And you just, good place to hang out and chill. Discord, if you're not familiar, it's free. It's not like it's, you don't got to pay to do anything to be part of my public Discord or whatever. So just, go over there and check it out if you want to. Another thing you can do is follow me on Instagram. I have a low number of Instagram followers, and we were just talking earlier about how I suck at self-promotion. I'll start mentioning that. Follow me on Instagram. It's bronze_age_nerd on Instagram. I share comic book photos and stuff like that on there and memes and stuff. I've only got like 700 some odd followers on Instagram, which is kind of low, I guess, for probably where I'm at. So I figured I'd mention that. And then you can also follow me on Whatnot. If you're not on Whatnot yet and you want to check it out, don't go check it out just to support me. But if you're interested in checking it out anyway, I do have a referral code. If you sign up for it, you get $10 off your first purchase. And I think a chance to win an Xbox One X right now too. I think that's part of the promotion they're running. That might be for me. If you do, I don't know. I actually don't know, but I think maybe it's for both of us. I already have an Xbox One X, so maybe I would do a giveaway on Whatnot with it or something. Who knows? But yeah, you can follow me on Whatnot. I'm going to be doing sales probably every Tuesday or Thursday. I'll kind of hammer that out in the next day or two. The sales have been a lot of fun. I think everybody's had a pretty good time hanging out in them too. So come check them out. People have gotten some wonderful deals, and I've done pretty well on it too. So I think everybody's kind of been happy. So that makes me happy. Yeah, I don't really try either. So I guess there we go. Well, got to be able to afford those comic books sometime, right? Or somehow. What else do I got going on? That's pretty much it. There's some other discount codes if you want to save some money on like Gemini Supplies or over at Dangerous Waters Comics, or if you want to save some money on cleaning and pressing. Some stuff in the description down below for that as well. Thanks for following along, everybody. Thanks for the super chats. It's been real. Thanks for doing another rant. I don't know if I'm going to do another one next week. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the live shows on a weekly basis, kind of maybe more as needed. But you guys let me know if you tell me like, oh no, keep up the live shows and all that stuff. Definitely, let me know. I'm kind of down. If you think there's a better day to do it, let me know that too. A lot of people run like Friday night shows. I mean, I could do that too. It's, I'm open. This kind of started as a new comic book day thing. And it was awesome. We had some cool people join in, all you wonderful folk. We talked about Logan Paul. It's been a blast. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the show. I'll catch you in the next video. And if you did want to join the Discord, sounds like Christopher might come join. Yeah, exactly. It depends on if there's rantable things, but the weekly show, I just kind of feel like maybe I was getting a little stale. I just kicked my foot on something on my desk and might rant now. Have a good night, everybody. I will catch you later. And don't let the FOMO bug get you, okay?